Hello everyone. Today we are here to discuss 2022 prelims questions, and especially we are going to discuss the geography questions. Now, if we see the trend and nature of this year question, as it was in the last year also, that most of the questions are factual in nature. Plus concept is also there. And if we talk about the number of questions which geography has acquired in this year pre is nearly about 20 questions. And along with ecology and environment, nearly 14 to 15 questions means total 35 questions are there in this year pre of UPSC. So we are going to discuss the questions. The questions starts from question number 21 of geography of you can say set A. Among the following crops, which one is the most important anthropogenic source of both methane and nitrous oxide? Simply the crops or by the cultivation of crops which used to generate methane and nitrous oxide, cotton, rice, sugarcane and wheat. So the answer will be rice, as we all know that the cultivation of rice needs a waterlogging condition, and in case of waterlogging condition, we know the decay of plants take place and finally the release of methane and nitrous oxide is done in the atmosphere, means the one of the major anthropogenic cause. Now the second question, which is related to rice only, that is system of rice intensification of cultivation in which alternate wet and drying of rice fields is practiced, results in reduced seed requirements, reduced methane production and reduced electricity consumption. This is little bit, you can say, a concept type of question, and the, you can say, recent technology which has been developed. Why this has been developed? As because the irregular pattern of precipitation in India, along with the, you can say, uncertainty of the monsoon, and we know that rice is a rain-fed crop, so it requires a lot of water and waterlogging conditions and the intense cropping pattern. So the most important thing is that how we can overcome from the less water, or you can say the dry spell of the monsoon. If we talk about the answer, then answer is D, which is 1, 2 and 3 all are correct. Now the question comes how? See, the system of rice intensification, SRI, SRI. Actually in this type of cultivation, the rice crops are sowed on a little bit difference, or you can say on a simply apart from each other, less irrigation facilities required, maximum, you can say, use of organic manure is required in this, less irrigation facilities, and the most important thing is that if the cultivation of rice is widely spaced or the plants are widely spaced, planted, so the, you can say, the use of seeds will be very less, so less requirement of seeds will be there, less irrigation facilities, so less methane production will be there, and as the irrigation facilities we require the electricity also, so reduced electricity consumption. So all these three are correct. Now, which of the one of the following lakes of West Africa has become dry and turned into a desert? This is a little bit, you can say, conceptual part of question, the factual one, and the most important thing is that you have to know their location. So if we talk about Lake Victoria, Lake Faguibin, Lake Oguta and Lake Volta, so among these four, one is the artificial one, that is the Lake Volta, means artificial reservoir. So it can't get dried up. Second thing, Lake Victoria is on the voyage of drying, but it has not completely dried up, and Oguta also. But if we talk about the Fagubin, it is located in the southern edge of Sahara Desert in Mali. You can say 70 to 80 kilometers away from Timbuktu. And in the decade of 1980s, due to less precipitation, this lake has completely dried up, and after 2000, due to precipitation, the lake has acquired, or the water has came in the lake. But today also, when due to prolonged heating, or you can say long dry spell, the lake get dried up. So the answer will be Lake Fagubin. The next, Gandikota Canyon of South India was created by which of one of the following rivers? It is the ancient land part, and the state in which this canyon is located is Andhra Pradesh, and this canyon has been formed by Pennar River, which is an ancient river also. So that's why the answer will be Pennar in Andhra Pradesh located Gandikota Canyon. Then after, moving on to the next, consider the following pairs, peak and mountains: Namcha Barua, Garhwal Himalayas, Nanda Devi, Kumayu Himalayas, and Nokrek Sikkim Himalayas. Now, here the factual along with the concept part. The peaks of Himalayas. First thing, their location. Namcha Barwa is located on the easternmost part of India, from where the Himalayas used to take the Syntaxian bend. And from here only, due to Namcha Barwa, Brahmaputra enters into India. Means, location in Garhwal Himalaya, Himachal Pradesh, it is wrong. Means, it does not comes in Garhwal Himalayas, but it comes in Arunachal Himalayas. Now, Nanda Devi, Kumayu Himalayas, it is right, because it is located in Uttarakhand. And if we talk about Nokrek, practically Nokrek is located in Meghalaya, and it is not the part of Himalayas. So number 3 is also wrong. So answer will be only 2, means Nanda Devi, that is Kumayu Himalaya. Now moving on to the next question. The term Levant, often heard in the news, roughly corresponds to which of the following reasons? If you remember, Levant, by the name of Levante, a local wind also used to blow in the plain of Spain, or you can say near to the Mediterranean region. So the answer will be region along the eastern Mediterranean shore, and rest are wrong. Next, consider the following countries: Azerbaijan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. Which of the above have borders with Afghanistan? Now, if we talk about the borders with Afghanistan, mainly 5 countries used to make border. The eastern one is India and Pakistan, and if we talk about the Middle East countries, only Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan used to make border with Afghanistan. So answer will be 3, 4, and 5. Now moving on to the next question. With reference to India, consider the following statements. Monazite is a source of rare earths. Yes, it is. And if you remember, monazite sand is only known for the thorium, the radioactive matter, which is now being utilized in the nuclear reactors for the production of electricity. Monazite contains thorium. Yes, it is also right. Monazite occurs naturally in the entire Indian coastal sands in India. No, this is wrong. Why? Because it only exists in Kerala. In India, government bodies only can process or export monazite. Yes, it is right, because it is radioactive in nature and it is completely under Ministry of, you can say, Energy, Government of India. So only 1, 2 and 4 are correct, means option number B. Now moving on to the next question. In the northern hemisphere, the longest day of the year normally occurs in longest day in northern hemisphere. Means this is related with the events of summer solstice, winter solstice, autumnal equinox and vernal or spring equinox. Now, if we just remember them, summer solstice 21st June means longest day in northern hemisphere and longest night in southern hemisphere. 22nd December, 23rd March, 21st March and 23rd September. So these are the equinoxes. That's all. This is the longest night in northern hemisphere, longest day in south. And here they are asking about longest day of northern hemisphere. So the answer will be second half of the month of June, that is 21st June. Consider the following pairs, wetland or lakes and location. All are Ramsar wetland sites. What is the question? How many pairs given above are correctly matched? Hokera Wetland, Punjab. No, it's wrong. It's located in Jammu Kashmir. Renuka Wetland, Himachal Pradesh. Yes, it's right. Rudrasagar Lake, Tripura. Yes, it's right. And Sastham Kota, Tamil Nadu. No, it's wrong. It's located in Kerala. Means only 2 and 3 are correct, means only 2 pairs are correct. Now moving on to the next. If a major solar storm, that is solar flare, reaches the earth, which of the following are the possible effects on the earth? Simply we can say the solar storm or the energy which is coming from the sun, and we are protected from that energy through the magnetic field of earth, which is generated due to movement of outer liquid core. The EM field which is generated and makes the magnetosphere all around the earth. As you all study in internal structure of earth about the function of outer liquid core. GPS and navigation system could fail. Yes, it's right. Why the GPS and navigation system will fail? Because it will disrupt the magnetic field of earth, and when the magnetic field of the earth will be disrupted, simply it is going to affect the GPS also. Tsunami could occur at equatorial region. No, it's wrong, because the cause for occurrence of tsunami is the undersea volcanic eruption, earthquake or any huge release of energy will lead to the tsunami. Means second is wrong. Power grids could be damaged. Yes, they can be damaged because the energy which is coming from the sun, they can increase the amount of power, or you can say the electrons. Intense auroras could occur over much of the earth. Yes, because we know that the phenomena of aurora, which are also considered as northern lights and southern lights, aurora borealis and australis in north and southern hemisphere, are the result of the solar flares and the ionized particles which are accumulated over the poles. And this also you have studied in internal structure of earth. Means this is also right. Forest fire could take place over much of the planet. No, it's wrong. Why? Because forest fire is the result of high temperature during the summer season. It is not by the solar flares. Orbits of the satellites could be disrupted. Yes, it can be, because it is a solar storm. Means the satellites which are placed in the space all around the earth, they can be, you can say, disturbed. Shortwave radio communications of the aircraft flying over polar regions could be interrupted. Yes, as because the phenomena of aurora will increase. Now let's see that what is the option. 1, 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, And what we have figured out? 1, 3, 4, 6 and 7. So the answer will be 1, 3, 4, 6 and 7. Option number C is correct. Consider the following statements. High clouds primarily reflect the solar radiation and cool the surface of the earth. Low clouds have a high absorption of infrared radiation emanating from the earth's surface and thus cause warming effect. Now here, the whole, you can say, the game is of concept. By the time your cloud concept is not clear or you are not aware about the characteristics of cloud, you are not going to answer this. Like if we talk about the clouds, we know clouds are classified on two bases. On the basis of height and on the basis of appearance. So on the basis of height, if we say there are three clouds, high clouds which are considered as cirrus clouds also, middle clouds which are known as alto clouds, and low clouds means the stratus one. So the formation by which they are formed, high clouds we know they are located between 7 to 12 km or tropopause. So as because of high elevation, they are made up of ice crystal mainly. Now, when they will be made up of ice crystal mainly, and we know they are fair weather clouds. So, ice crystals have got the maximum albedo, more than 90%. That's why they are going to reflect the solar radiation. That's why they are white in color due to high reflecting power or albedo of ice. And the second thing, they are widely spaced and simply they are not going to allow the solar energy to penetrate down, so they will keep the surface of earth cool, and they are also not going to stop them from radiating out. Second thing, low clouds have high absorption of infrared. Low clouds means the lower one which are placed between 0 to 2 kilometers, and we know low clouds are made up of only water droplets, and water droplets used to absorb. Second thing, we know that water vapor has got the maximum absorbing power among all the greenhouse gases like CO2, CH4, ozone, or the, you can say, CO2, CH4, ozone and water vapor, all these four. So they are not going to allow the outgoing terrestrial radiation, which are long wave, to pass through. That's why it is often also asked that if during the daytime it's a broad sun, you can say sunshine, and in the evening if clouds are going to come in the sky, so that the temperature of that evening will increase or decrease. So it will increase because it will increase the greenhouse effect. So both are correct, means 1 and 2, because which of the statements given above is or are correct. 83. Consider the following countries: Armenia, Azerbaijan, Croatia, Romania and Uzbekistan. Which of the above are members of Organization of Turkic States? Actually, Turkic states were formed for those countries initially which were having same Turkish language. So the answer will be C, which is only 2 and 5, that is Azerbaijan and Uzbekistan. Others are not. Next, moving on to the, consider the following statements. Gujarat has the largest solar park in India. Yes, it's right. Kerala has fully solar powered international airport. Yes, it's also right. Third one, Goa has the largest floating solar photovoltaic project in India. It has not. It has been proposed to be built on the 4 dams. So third one is not correct because it has not been completed. So only 1 and 2 will be the answer. But if 3 might have been there, So you can go with 3, but as 3 is not given over there, so only 1 and 2 will be the answer. With reference to the United Nations Convention on Law of Sea, consider the following statements. A coastal state has the right to establish the breadth of its territorial sea up to limit not exceeding 12 nautical miles, measured from baseline determined in accordance with the convention. Yes, it's right, 12 nautical miles is the territorial boundary, we all know. Ships of all states, whether coastal or landlocked, enjoy the right of innocent passage through the territorial sea. Yes, it's also right. The exclusive economic zone, which is considered as EEZ, shall not extend beyond 200 nautical miles from the baseline of which the breadth of the territorial sea is measured. Yes, it's also right. That's why beyond 200 nautical miles, exclusive economic zone ends and international water starts. Means all 1, 2 and 3 are right. Now moving on to the next, 86. Which one of the following statements best reflect the issue of Senkaku Islands sometimes mentioned in the news? Actually, Senkaku Islands were initially under the control of Japan, but after that China started claiming it, and after Second World War II, when Japan surrendered, it went into the hand of USA, and again now Japan has established its lighthouse in nearly 2012. So it's a disputed island between Japan and China in East China Sea. So you can say it's a maritime dispute. Next question, consider the following pairs: Anatolia, Turkey; Amhara, Ethiopia; Cabo Delgado, Spain; and Catalonia, Italy. How many pairs given above are correctly matched? So actually Anatolia is located in Turkey, it's correct. Amhara in Ethiopia, it's also correct. But Cabo Delgado, it's not present in Spain, but it is present in Mozambique. And Catalonia, it is present in Spain. So only 2 pairs are correctly matched, means B will be the answer. So in this way, the geography questions are there. Apart from this, we will come with the ecology one also. So you can see that along with the concept, like last year, this year also, the facts and the mapping sections are they given, and the most important thing, those mapping sections are important, as I told you earlier also, which are in news, and the nearby countries and the places are more focused. So we will meet in the next discussion. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.